it's true.
Far out. Sarah Michelle Gellar, good morning.
Good morning.
I love those purple glasses.
I know, and the purple Vuitton luggage I thought was a nice touch.
Very groovy. Were you a Scooby Doo fan growing up?
I was. You know, I didn't watch a lot of cartoons. It was one of the few that I actually watched, because it was sort of like solving a mystery, sort of like in that Hardy Boys vein.
He was sort of your surrogate dog, I read, because you were a New Yorker and you didn't really have a dog at home.
It was so hard. All I wanted my whole life growing up in New York was a dog, and my mom kept saying to me, "Are you going to wake up at 5 in the morning in the freezing cold in the snow, walking around the block?"
And that's a no.
So, yeah, I had a rabbit. That sort of. I used to walk it on a leash sometimes. I got very strange looks. That's the New York version of a dog.
Right, right. Every character in this movie, well, of course, in the original cartoon as well, is very distinctive. You've got Daphne, who's, you know, the damsel in distress always, as I mentioned. You've got Velma, the brainy Velma, the ascot-wearing Fred, who, of course, is Freddie Prinze Jr., your fiance. Was it hard to play a cartoon character?
It's really hard. You know, as an actor, the first thing you want to do is sort of develop your character, and instead, you know, you're playing sort of like homage to these characters that are so beloved. And I think what's really amazing when you think about these characters is this cartoon was produced in 1969, and you think about how these characters have transcended. In every generation we've had, there's been a Shaggy, whether it's your Generation X or your Surfer or your, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty amazing how ahead of its time it was.
And Scooby in this movie is animated.
Scooby is animated, and I think that's why it took so long to get it to the big screen. The leaps and bounds they've made in animation these days is amazing.
You know, I was a fan, of course, growing up of Scooby Doo, and seeing this movie, it's fun and it's corny too. And I was wondering if you guys, while filming, were like laughing while you were making this movie.
You can't help it. That's where the fun of Scooby Doo is. If you take it too seriously, then it doesn't become fun for the audience. And I think the whole key is, if you're having fun, then the audience has fun. And we had such a great time making it. Fred
in this movie, as I mentioned, is your fiance, Freddie Prinze Jr. You guys got engaged while making this.
We did, on a small break from making it. I was commuting. I was doing Buffy at the same time that I was doing Scooby, so it was sort of like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
His blonde hair in this movie is very funny.
I know.
Very funny.
I thought it was great. He had to sit in the hair chair every 8 days.
Yeah, and he whined a lot about it too, didn't he?
Oh, it was great, because I was wearing a wig, so I never had to get my hair colored. I'm thinking, this is the longest I've ever been without getting my hair colored.
He learned the meaning of roots during the filming of this movie. Yeah.
Well, it's amazing to go that blonde when you have such incredibly dark hair. It has to be kept up constantly.
You mentioned you were filming this movie as you were shooting Buffy, and you were in Australia for part of this movie, so you were commuting like 16 hours, right? One way?
I know, it's like the big joke. Instead of commuting from the island, I just commuted continent to continent. It was rough. I mean, there were parts of it that were wonderful in the sense of, you know, 16 hours just to read or watch movies was great. You know, and it gave me time to look at my scripts and stuff like that. And the other thing is, you're away for such an extended period of time normally, that every 2 weeks I got to be home and be with my dogs and my family and my friends.
Can you believe Buffy's in its, what is it, 7th season?
We're going to start our 7th season this year. It's pretty incredible.
Did you think when you started that you'd be going this long? It's
the big joke. We were a mid-season replacement, you know, called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, based on an unsuccessful movie, and everyone kept saying, "Don't worry, you'll get another job next year." So it's pretty amazing. We're really proud of the stories that we've told.
Although you've said, I've read that you're ready for a break from TV. True?
I haven't said that. I mean, I think that there are certain times where you feel like, wow, I've been here 9 months, you know, I need a little bit of a break. And I think that's why I've been really lucky to do other projects outside, because I find that one project only sort of enthuses you for the other. The joke is, beginning of the year, we're like, we're ready for the next season. Then middle of the year, we're like, I can't do another day. And then by the end of the year, like, okay, let's do another one.
Seems fun.
It's funny how quickly you forget.
Yeah. Is it true you started at a Burger King ad when you were just a little kid?
I did. I was 4 years old when I did my first Burger King commercial.
And then All My Children, I think you won an Emmy for that.
I did. I was on All My Children for 3 years.
Now a hit TV series and a movie. Life is good.
Life is very good. I have no complaints. Except for the weather this morning.
I know.
And a Barbie doll.
And you've got a Barbie doll.
Sort of. I keep saying, look, it really is me. See, there's the little bit of me, but it doesn't look like
just like Barbie sort of as you.
It's sort of like Barbie playing me. It's a kind of an odd concept.
Good luck with the movie.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. Sarah Michelle Gellar, thanks.
Thank you.
On Monday, of course, we're having our big Scooby Doo party out on the plaza, so if you're